Hi guys, quite a cool video for you today. This is just, from my point of view, a lesson in why you should never give up in chess, especially at the levels below, I don't know, 16, 1700 ELO. This is a game that I played 5 minutes ago. Let's have a look. So I had the white pieces. I was playing a 1263. My rating has improved. I'm now close to 1400. But this game did not go as planned. So let's jump in. So, London system. Typical stuff. Nothing that noteworthy. My opponent decided to double fianchetto, which I haven't faced that many times. So I wasn't quite sure what I was doing here, but I just tried to develop in a sensible way. I was a bit worried here about this bishop. So for example, if my opponent played this, and I decided to take, this bishop would be hanging, which is why I played this move. It's not the best, I should have just castled, apparently. But we kept playing sort of okay moves. And then I blundered. I don't know, I spent about a minute on this move, and I kind of realized that opening up the center of the board was probably bad for me, because my king is not castled, but I couldn't make my mind up what I wanted to do here. And this is a problem. You've got to make your mind up. Like, I was sort of half thinking to play h4 at some point, you know, keep this rook here, and maybe castle queenside. But that doesn't look too good, really, because of the situation on the queen side. But at the same time, I was like, I kind of want to get some space in the center. There's so many complicated things going on here. Like, I just sort of fantasized about this being a good move. I think that's what it came down to. Like, I'm questioning what they're doing. And so now I'm completely losing. And they went for this. And now this caused me another problem. Like, what am I doing with this bishop? This bishop is just hanging. And I don't have time to really do anything. Or so I thought. I ended up playing this move, but I should have played this. Which, I looked at that, and I was thinking, okay, but what if this move? Okay, that's not the best. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, honestly. Like, e6 is now saying that's the best move. I mean, this is just a crazy position. Like, very difficult to calculate what's actually going on here. So I ended up trying to defend here. I thought, if they take, I take back. And I've got some sort of pawn presence. They went for that and developed their rook. They should just be taking this pawn, like, for the last few moves. I then went crazy and decided to castle queenside, like some hallucination that there's some sort of attack, you know, on the king side. Like, I'm going to do this and this, and black's going to resign. But it's too slow, and this is actually minus 3.5 for me. It's really bad, and yeah, played pretty well at this point, and they won an exchange. So this is something I was aware of as well. Like, in the previous positions, when I played all the way back here, when I played this move, I was like, I need to be careful about this. And then I promptly just forgot about it a few minutes later. So, don't be like me, guys. Remember things that are problems in your position. And this is just a bad move. It's like, and I was considering this move, like, positionally, thinking about it, you know, this is the best move. And it just blocks in the bishop. And yeah, maybe they can try and break at some point, but probably not right now. That's a bad move. So this causes black some issues, and I should have played that. But anyway, this is what we ended up with. Black did something quite sensible, I think, lining up against my queen. Makes sense. And then I just castled into that, like, what am I doing? I should have played bishop e4. That's a move that I was considering. But I didn't like it for some reason. I was worried about this move. Like, what happens if they play this? That's the best move. Yeah, I was worried about that. And then I have to go back. And I'm like, well, okay, that's interesting. So by playing that move, they've kind of blocked in their own bishop. And maybe I now just say, what am I supposed to play here? Well, they're supposed to play this. And then I take with the knight. I mean, it's still bad, but this is better in the sense that their bishop is just blocked in. So I should have gone for that. Instead, I just castled queenside. Again, just thinking I want to attack, but it's too slow. They played the right move. They won the exchange. That wasn't best. E6. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. But it's still really bad. I mean, look at the evaluation bar. Like, this is game over, right? And this is why you should never give up. Because look at this position, okay? Here we are in a position where I'm down an exchange. And black is slightly underdeveloped, let's say, with this rook. These pawns are a bit weird, but this should be completely winning for black. And again, this is why you never give up. Because watch what happens. So I'm flailing around, trying to find moves that don't trade pieces. Black finds a nice way to trade pieces, like they pin my knight. I'm going for my idea. They're trading. They find another really good idea for trading, which is this. Pinning my bishop to my queen, doubling up the attack. How do I defend it? This is what I went for. Bishop c2 is best. But observe. Okay, so this is something really important I want to really emphasize to you guys. This is the best move according to Stockfish. But it's wrong. It is 100% wrong. There's no way you should ever play this move in this position. Because the queens get traded off. And as you will see later in this game, the queen, my queen, becomes very, very important. This is the thing that engines don't understand. They're trying to defend the position, and they're assuming that your opponent is going to play all the best moves. That's not what happens. People at this level, they don't play the best moves. I don't play the best moves. No one does. So Stockfish is just absolutely 100% wrong in saying this is the best move. It is not. And that is objective, okay, at this rating level. So I played this. That was not even on Stockfish's radar, as it's recommending me to move my bishop in 3 different ways. It's saying here, here, or here. It's just clueless. I decided to defend the bishop. That doesn't stop trades. It stops the trade of the queens, though, which is really important. So now I've kept my queen on the board. And I'm done an exchange. And this is just me doing what I do, scrambling, trying to create something. Here, I decide basically to give up my knight. because I'm thinking I can't save it really, and this pin, which was a very clever move by black, there's not really anything I can do about it. So why not create some activity? Let's open up the king to try and create something. And again, this move wasn't the best. Should have played queen e4. But, you know, I'm not really sure what that does. So here, I went for a kind of cheap shot. I was thinking probably, can they not play this? Okay, no. They played the best move. And I was thinking, well, I can come in with check, but is that going to achieve anything? And, you know, let's say the king runs this way. This is the best move, but the king's running. And I saw that. And it just seemed not great. So instead, I just took this pawn, it's defended, like, you know, creating something, some sort of control, not really control, but just complications. And, you know, black's playing well. I'm completely losing. There's no way to save this against somebody who finds the right moves. I should have played queen f4. They find the right move. And the king, this really frustrated me. I was like, damn, maybe I've missed my opportunity here. Like, bringing my queen in, maybe that would have been best. But here I was like, okay, well, I have nothing immediately winning. I'm just going to try and keep the pieces on the board. This is okay. They're playing well. I didn't see anything else to do here. Like, best move was rook g1, but, you know, there's nothing here for white. Black is completely fine here. I just thought, okay, I'll grab the open file. And now this pawn's at threat. I decided to try some cheap tactic where if the rook does anything except take this pawn, I get the queen. And my opponent started burning time here. Not in this move. Now I pinned the rook. Again, just trying to complicate things, like make black think what they're going to do and give them an opportunity to make a mistake. And I've done this in many games before. And you know what? It works. And I have to say, I'm very, very proud of this game. Like, okay, the rook is now hanging. And they blundered. And now, look at the evaluation bar. I mean, they literally just hung their queen. And they got a check. I went here. They came back. I gave them the check. Look at this evaluation bar. Like, I've come back from being completely losing. It's now only -1. Or slightly above that. And then I blundered. Of course. So I was very short on time here. You can see I had like 1 minute left. And I was like, well, what am I doing here? I decided to try and pin this pawn to the king and attack this pawn. And I failed to spot the response to this, which would have just won the game for black. And thankfully black didn't see it either. But this move, you know, that's just game over. They didn't see that, thankfully. So I still got a chance. I decided to take this pawn. King CT was apparently best. Not sure I understand why, but anyway. I went for this. They're not playing the best. Neither of us are. And look at this now. It's like almost a draw. In fact, it is a draw. And I was slightly worried about this pawn, but, you know, I decided I've got to do something myself. And now I was really worried about this pawn. I was like, okay, this is very dangerous now. I decided to play this move. It's pretty much, I think it's probably the second best move. It's not much different from the best move. So I've now got two connected passed pawns over here. I've got an active queen, but black has an active pawn. So basically what I was hoping for here was trying to create tactics where, I can check and fork one of the rooks or something like that, or even this pawn. So I get my queen active again. It's now a complete draw. And here, this is now slightly better for me, because I don't know if you can see the move, but I spotted it. I was looking at this, but I found the best move. And this is actually sort of a fork. I'm now winning this pawn, because I'm threatening the rook, and the rook is defending the pawn, and there's no way to defend the rook, which is defending the pawn. So yeah, black sort of lashed out, and I messed up again here. So this, really bad, but again, I'm going to blame time trouble. I'm scrambling, trying to survive. They did not see the winning move. They should have taken here. And I'm not sure what the idea is, but I guess if I take it, they can just play this. Yeah. So this just completely wins for black. Again, they didn't see it, and they had 10 minutes left. This is the thing, guys. Like, this guy, or a girl, DX Repulse, I'm going to guess that's a guy, just by the name, but from the United States, he played so well, got a winning position, had 10 minutes left in this position, and had a winning move. Why? Why do that? Anyway, I am now winning again. I've won the pawn, and this is, I guess, a theoretical win for white, but it's not simple. You still have to play, so I was just checking, looking for opportunities. Again, I decided to go for this pin. And black was going for these checks, but I thought that was quite dangerous, because with an active queen from your opponent, leaving your pieces undefended like this is very, very risky, unless you have something concrete. And, okay, Stockfish is saying this is a draw, but there's a lot of opportunities to go wrong here. And black did go wrong. So here, okay, they shouldn't have played that, they should have played here. But I'm just checking. And c4, okay. Oh, king c4, okay. So I start activating my king. At some point I'm going to push these pawns, and as long as I'm careful, I don't get sort of skewered in some weird way, this is just a win. But black made it even worse for themselves by playing this move, and this is just a triple fork, and they spent I don't know how many seconds, but they went from 942 to 946, so I guess they spent like 6 seconds, if it's plus 10, on this move, which just completely loses the game. Why would you do that? I don't get it, guys. Like, but my idea worked. Just having an active queen, keeping the queen on the board earlier, like I said at the time, was essential, and Stockfish completely wrong. And this just won the game. And eventually, in the next few moves, nothing that special. They just eventually fell into plundering their rook, and they resigned. So yeah, I hope that's instructive for you guys in some way, because this happens time and time again. I get into a losing position, which I should not be doing. Like I messed up here. But I can come back against these players because they just don't use their time. Um, they don't convert the winning positions that they against me. And in some games, I would say it's because I played really well. I found some really cool tricks. But in this one, it was pretty basic, solid principles. Just keep the queen on the board. Eventually, they wanted their queen, and it was a queen versus two rooks, and then keeping the queen active. That's all it takes, guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. There'll be more coming. And now 1386, heading towards 1400. Yeah, onwards and upwards. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.